Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's talk about details of the assessment. Assessment, as you all know, assessment is the exam that you are going to take at the end of your session or at the end of your course. Now, that assessment can be the exams that you take in your schools, the in-house exams, or at the end of your 2 or 3 years in O levels, the exams that you are going to do. So, here we have details of the assessment. Paper 1 reading, that is a written paper, time is 2 hours and marks are 50. You are aware of all these things. Now, candidates answer, basically this is a series in which we are discussing the syllabus, and the purpose of this series is that we are going to make it work out for our new class that is going to join soon. Candidates answer all the questions in 2 compulsory sections. Candidates write their answers in the space provided on the question paper. The texts are printed in the question paper insert. Text A and text B are given, right? Dictionaries must not be used. Now, section A. Section A is comprehension and use of language, and this question has how many marks? It has 25 marks. That is question number 1 of, that is actually not question number 1, that is topic number 1. That is topic number 1 or section A of RP1, and that is comprehension and use of language task. Now, in comprehension and use of language task, we have 2 different tasks. How? One task is known as comprehension task, as you can see here. Comprehension task has 16 marks. Second task is use of language task, that has 9 marks. That makes it 25. So question number 1 is comprehension task, and what do we expect the students to do? Candidates respond to a series of sub-questions based on text A, a narrative text. These are short answer testing understanding of both explicit and implicit meanings. So R1 and R2, reading objective number 1, reading objective number 2. Okay, it's written there as well. So these are short answers testing understanding of both explicit and implicit meanings. Text A is approximately 900 words long and is from either the 20th or 21st century. This question tests the following reading assessment objective, 16 marks. That is question number 1 of your P1. It has 16 marks and it tests the understanding of explicit meanings and implicit meanings and attitudes. This is what we are going to check in question number 1. That is question number 1 of your reading paper, and it has 16 marks. Now, next question is question number 2. That is use of language task. Candidates respond to, and again the same text A. First task was question number 1, comprehension task. Second task is use of language task. Candidates respond to a series of sub-questions based on text A. These are short answers worth a total of 9 marks relating to the author's use of language and the effect this has. This question tests the following reading assessment objectives, 9 marks. This question has 9 marks. And what do we have to show here? Demonstrate understanding of how writers achieve effects and influence readers. We have to understand that why the writer is using a certain word in a sentence, why the writer is using like if we are talking about figurative language, similes, metaphors. So we have to read that why the writer is using that kind of language, what kind of impression the writer is trying to create. So here we now know that question number 2 is 9 marks, and this is A to E 5 questions, right? Use of language task has 5 questions, 5 short questions, and that makes it 9 marks. Now let's get back. I wanted to write, wait a minute. Yes, here in this we have questions A to H. They are 8 question, I guess, and we have, I think part G usually has 2 questions in it. Sometimes there's one question like A, B, C, any one of them can have 2 questions. So then you can say, sometimes you can say that these are 9 questions, but basically they are A to H, 8 questions. That is comprehension task, 16 marks. And this is use of language task, 9 marks, and this is A to E. Now next one, that is section B, summary and short response. Again, first topic was comprehension and use of language, and it has 2 questions in it. Question number 1, comprehension task, 16 marks. Question number 2, use of language, 9 marks. Now our second topic, that is summary and short response. It has 25 marks. Now what is the division of the marks? Summary has 20 marks and short response has 5 marks. That makes it 25. So what basically we expect the students to do? Candidates answer a summary task in response to text B. Candidates write a summary as continuous writing of no more than 150 words. For this question, for this part, the section B, text B is used. Text B is approximately 550 to 600 words long. This question tests the following reading assessment objectives, 10 marks. Now, summary writing has 20 marks, 10 for reading and 10 for writing. So what are the reading objectives? That demonstrate understanding of explicit meanings and select and use information for specific purposes. So there are 2 objectives that are related to summary writing task, that is summary writing task but reading part, that you have to show understanding of explicit ideas in case of summary writing, and you have to select and use the information for writing a summary. Then next 10 marks in summary writing, they are writing marks, and W2 means writing objective number 2. All the information that you have selected here in R5, select and use, you are going to organize and structure ideas and opinions for deliberate effect. Now this selected information is going to be organized and structured here in the writing objective. Once you have selected the information, you are going to use it, you are going to organize it, you are going to structure ideas and opinions for deliberate effect. Deliberate effect means whatever you want to make it. If you select information, you can write a directed writing task also. You can write a summary writing task also. So this is up to you whether, and any kind of twist that you are going to give it, that is a deliberate one, intentional one that you want to do. So you will organize and structure ideas and opinions for deliberate effect. And then W3, writing objective number 3, use a range of vocabulary and sentence structures appropriate to the text. So in summary writing tasks, the vocabulary is very important. Usually you are going to be assessed for the use of that whether you are capable of using a wide range of vocabulary or not. So here, use a range of vocabulary and sentence structure. These are 4 objectives that are related to, or assessment objectives that are related to summary question. Now the next one, question 3B, short response task. Candidates give a short response to show understanding of implicit meanings and attitudes in response to text B. This question tests the following reading assessment objectives, 5 marks, that is R2. R2 is demonstrate understanding of implicit meanings and attitudes. We have seen that question 3A demands the understanding of or demonstration of explicit ideas. Explicit, something that is clearly written there. Whereas B part 3B requires the understanding of implicit meaning. So students have to read and then they have to infer the meanings themselves, and then they have to write their answer on the basis of their understanding, what they have understood, or something that was written between the lines, something that was hidden in words. They need to understand it themselves and then come up with their answer. So this was syllabus review of P1. So just a kind of a recap, that in P1 we have 2 hours for doing the paper. We have 50 marks in it. In 50 marks we have two topics: comprehension and use of language, and summary writing and short response. In that, question number 1 is comprehension task, that has 16 marks. Question number 2 is use of language task, that has 9 marks. Question number 3A is summary task, that has 20 marks, and question number 3B is short response, that has 5 marks. So that was the syllabus review of P1. After that, tomorrow inshallah we are going to review P2, and the topics of P2 are directed writing and composition. We are going to discuss them in detail tomorrow inshallah. See you then. Take care. Allah Hafiz.